Caitlin Clark's Wilson basketball collaboration sold out within 30 minutes. Or did you expect it, right?
According to online reports, the new Caitlin Clark fever-rising Wilson basketball, there it is, collaboration sold out within 30 minutes on Monday. Now,
Wilson could officially announce its arrival on social media. Fans found the listing on their website and scooped them up already.
40 minutes. That's all it took for Caitlin Clark's new Wilson basketball to completely sell out. And get this, it happened before Wilson even made an official announcement. Meanwhile, Angel Reese's ball, it took 2 whole months to sell out. What's going on here? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. You know what's crazier? This isn't just about basketballs. It's about the rise of a superstar who's changing the game. Caitlin Clark isn't just playing basketball. She's rewriting the rules of what it means to be a women's basketball icon. We're about to dive into the secret behind Clark's unstoppable popularity. How did this Iowa girl become the talk of the basketball world? What makes her different? And what does this mean for the future of women's basketball? Get ready, because Caitlin Clark's journey is like nothing you've seen before. From cornfields to sold-out arenas, this is a story that's going to blow your mind. Let's get into it. You know those players who seem to have that it factor? Caitlin Clark's got it in spades. But here's the thing. Her journey to the top wasn't all smooth sailing. What turned this local high school star into a national sensation? Picture this, a young Caitlin Clark, basketball in hand, dribbling on the dusty courts of Iowa. She's not just playing, she's dreaming big. And those dreams? They're about to take her on a wild ride that nobody saw coming. Clark wasn't just good at basketball, she was redefining it. In high school, she wasn't just scoring points, she was breaking records left and right. But it wasn't just about the numbers. There was something special about the way she played, the way she moved on the court. It was like watching magic happen in real time. Then came college, and boy did Clark turn up the heat. She didn't just join the Iowa Hawkeyes, she became their superstar. Remember that game against Ohio State? Clark dropped 45 points like it was nothing. That's when people started to sit up and take notice. This wasn't just another good player, this was something else entirely. But here's where it gets really interesting. Clark wasn't just winning on the court, she was winning hearts off it too. Her personality was infectious. She wasn't just a player, she was a whole vibe. And in the age of social media, that's gold. Speaking of social media, Clark took to it like a duck to water. She wasn't just posting highlights, she was connecting with fans on a whole new level. Imagine scrolling through your feed and seeing Clark not just talking about her game, but sharing her life, her thoughts, her dreams. It was like having a front row seat to the making of a superstar. And the fans? They ate it up. Clark wasn't just building a following, she was creating a community. People weren't just watching her play, they were invested in her journey. Every shot, every game, every post, it all mattered. But here's the kicker. Clark didn't let all this attention go to her head. She stayed grounded, focused, and most importantly, she kept improving. Every game, she was pushing herself, trying new things, and surprising everyone, including herself. Remember that 40-minute sellout we talked about earlier? That didn't happen by accident. It was the result of years of hard work, dedication, and a genuine connection with fans that goes beyond just basketball. Think Clark's popularity peaked with that sellout? Think again. Her Wilson ball just rewrote the rules of sports marketing. But there's a twist that's got everyone talking, and it's not about how well the ball bounces. Let's talk about that Wilson ball for a second.
So you may remember though, she had another collection released not long ago, and that one also sold out within minutes.
All of her basketballs or collabs that she's done
Yeah.
sold out pretty quickly.
It sold out in 40 minutes flat. That's faster than you can watch an episode of your favorite show. And get this, it happened before Wilson even made an official announcement. That's not just fast, that's supersonic. But here's where things get really wild. The ball that everyone's scrambling to get, it's not exactly getting rave reviews. In fact, one source straight up called it terrible quality. Can you believe that? A ball that's flying off the shelves faster than hotcakes, and it might not even be that good. Now, you might be thinking, how does that even happen? Well, welcome to the world of celebrity branding, folks. It's like when Drake drops a new sneaker or Travis Scott releases an Air Force One. People aren't buying the product, they're buying the name, the brand, the connection to their idol. Caitlin Clark isn't just a basketball player anymore. She's a brand, a powerhouse, a force of nature that's changing the game both on and off the court. Her name alone is enough to make people whip out their credit cards faster than you can say, slam dunk. This isn't just about a basketball anymore. It's about the incredible pulling power of Caitlin Clark. She's not just winning games, she's winning at life. And the implications? They're huge. We're talking about potential earnings that could make your head spin. Some are saying this could make Clark wealthier than all other WNBA players combined. Let that sink in for a second. One player out-earning an entire league. That's not just breaking the glass ceiling, that's shattering it into a million pieces. What we're seeing here is the birth of a marketing phenomenon. Clark isn't just changing how the game is played, she's changing how it's sold. She's proving that in women's basketball, star power can be just as lucrative as in the men's game. But here's the million-dollar question. Is this a one-time thing, or is it the start of a whole new ballgame for women's sports marketing? Are we looking at the future face of sports endorsements? You thought the competition was fierce on the court. Wait till you hear about the off-court drama. Angel Reese's reaction to Clark's merch success is opening up a whole new arena of rivalry. It's not just about points anymore. It's about dollar signs. Angel Reese is feeling the heat, and it's not from the bright lights of the arena. When Clark's Wilson ball sold out in a blink, Reese couldn't help but notice. Her own ball? It took 2 whole months to clear the shelves. Talk about a stark contrast. But here's the thing, Reese isn't just sitting back and taking it. She's fired up, and she's letting everyone know it. This isn't just about basketballs anymore. It's about recognition. It's about respect. And yeah, it's about cold, hard cash. You see, Clark's success isn't just a win for her. It's changing the game for everyone in the WNBA. Suddenly, players aren't just athletes, they're brands. And if you're not selling out in minutes, you might be falling behind. Imagine being in Reese's shoes. You're killing it on the court, making waves, and then boom, another player's merch is flying off the shelves faster than you can say three-pointer. It's enough to make anyone's competitive spirit flare up. But here's where it gets really interesting. This isn't just about Reese and Clark. It's about the whole WNBA. Clark's success is like a wake-up call. It's showing what's possible when a player's star power really takes off. And you better believe other players are taking notes. Think about it. If Clark can sell out a ball in 40 minutes, what else is possible? We could be looking at a whole new world of player-branded merch. Shoes, jerseys, heck, maybe even cereal boxes. The possibilities are endless. And the brands? They're watching too. Clark's success is like a neon sign saying, hey, women's basketball is a gold mine. Don't be surprised if we start seeing more deals, more collaborations, more everything. But let's get real for a second. This isn't all sunshine and rainbows. For players who aren't hitting Clark's level of popularity, it could be tough. There's pressure now. Pressure to not just perform on the court, but to build a brand, to connect with fans, to become more than just an athlete. And that's where the real challenge lies. How do you stand out in a league that's suddenly all about star power? How do you build your brand when another player is setting the bar so high? It's a whole new ballgame, folks. And players like Reese, they're not just competing for championships anymore. They're competing for market share, for fan attention, for those sweet endorsement deals. Let's recap real quick. Caitlin Clark went from Iowa courts to WNBA superstar, and now her Wilson ball's selling out faster than concert tickets. It's not just about the ball, it's about Clark's brand power. This isn't your average sports story. Clark's changing the game off the court too. She's showing that women's basketball stars can be marketing powerhouses. It's not just about points anymore. It's about pulling power with fans and brands. Think about it. Clark's success is opening doors for other players. It's like she's laying out a blueprint for how to build a personal brand in women's sports. She's inspiring the next generation to think beyond the game. It's not just about playing ball anymore. It's about connecting with fans, telling your story, and becoming more than just an athlete. The future of women's basketball, it's looking pretty exciting.